Welcome to Miss Young Tutors. Today's video is all on negative numbers in context and calculating intervals across 0. An example in real life, which is another word for context in when we're looking in maths, when using negative numbers is temperature and using a thermometer. A lot of our questions are going to be looking at reading temperature or putting numbers on a number line to show the intervals across 0. Let's practice some SATs questions. So here is our first question. The numbers in the sequence decrease by the same amount each time. Write the missing numbers. So before we start, have a look and see if you can work out what the difference is between each one. And there is only 2 numbers that will actually help us to work out what that would be. So using 2 and -5, we need to find what the difference is. So if we had it on, we've got a number line. So if we've got 2 to 0, on our number line, there's 0, there's -5. So 2 jumping to 0 gives us 2. 0 jumping to -5 gives us 5 jumps on the number line. So add those 2 together and we get a difference of 7. So we're going to be jumping each time 7. So now we can go backwards. So 2 plus 7 gives us 9. But let's check. 16 minus 7 gives us 9. Now -5, we're going to be increasing the number, but obviously when we're looking at negative numbers, the number is technically getting smaller, but the actual digit, what we know it as, will get bigger. So -5 minus 7, but we're going to add 7. So -5 add 7 is -12, and -12 add 9, and -12 add 7 is -19. So although it's a little bit confusing because you're adding, although the number's getting bigger, technically because of the negative number, our number is smaller. Next question. Put these temperatures in order from the coldest first. So we can see for our first set of numbers, 2, -8, -1, -6, -4, we want to put them in for the coldest first. So we want our biggest negative number. And our biggest negative number is -8 degrees. Our next biggest is -6, then -4, then -1, and then our hottest temperature is 2 degrees Celsius. So we're going to use the same principle. Our coldest number is our biggest negative number. So -15, -11, and now we haven't got any more negative numbers, negative degrees, so we now are in the positives. So our smallest positive number is 6, then 10, oh, don't forget your degrees just like I did, and then 14 is our final one. Next question. Write the missing numbers on the number line. Here we've got the number -2, and we need to add 5 to -2. So we could write the numbers on the number line. So if we put -1 here, 0, 1, 2, 3, and let's work backwards. So -2, -3, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7. So -7 plus 5 is -2, -2 plus 5 is 3. Next question. Here is part of a number line. Write the missing numbers. So let's ignore the negative numbers to start with, and let's look at what our number line is going up in. What increments is it going up in our positive? So we've got 0, missing number 8, 2 more missing numbers, 20. So we know halfway between 0 and 8 is 4. So now we can fill in the rest because we're going up in our 4 times table. So 4, 8, 12, 16. So our first missing number here is 16. And because our number line has to go in the same increments negatively, so we know 0, -4, -8, -12, so our other missing number is -4. Next question. The table shows temperature at 2 p.m. in 3 cities in December. Glasgow, Scotland, 2 degrees, Helsinki in Finland, -6 degrees, Moscow in Russia, -9 degrees. What is the difference in temperatures between Glasgow and Moscow? So let's put them on a number line. We've got our number line here, and we've got 2 degrees, and we've got -9 degrees. So let's put in where our 0 would be, which would be about here. So 0 to 2, or 2 to 0, would be +2, and 0 to -9 would be 9. So 2 plus 9 is 11 degrees. Because if we counted on our fingers, but making sure we include that 0, we would get 11 degrees as our answer. That's the difference. At 6 p.m, the temperatures in Helsinki was 4 degrees lower than at 2 p.m. What is the temperature at 6 p.m? So if we put our number on a number line, so we've got -6, and we're going 4 degrees lower. So -6, -7, -8, -9, -10 is 4 degrees lower. So our answer is -10 degrees Celsius. Next question. This chart shows the range of temperatures each week in Sheffield in January. What is the lowest temperature? So to find the lowest temperature, we're going to use this side of the chart. So our lowest temperature is this one here, -8 degrees Celsius. So what is the difference between the lowest and the highest temperatures in week 2? So the lowest temperature is -7, and our highest temperature is 3. So to get to our total, what's the difference? -7 to 0 would give us 7. 0 to 3 gives us 3. Add them together. 7 plus 3 equals 10. So our difference is 10 degrees Celsius. Next question. The table shows the highest and lowest temperatures in Leeds on 5 days in February. So our first part of the question, which day has the greatest difference between the highest and lowest temperatures? So let's have a look at the difference between each one. So 6 to 2 gives us 4 degrees difference. 7 to -3 gives us 10 degrees difference. 9 to -1 gives us 10 degrees difference. 8 to 1 gives us 7 degrees difference. And 5 to -6 gives us 11 degrees difference. So Friday has the greatest difference between the highest and lowest temperatures. What is the difference between the lowest temperatures on Monday and Tuesday? So our lowest temperatures are 2 to -3. So we put it on a number line because that helps us visualize it. Add in our 0. So 2 to 0 is 2, 0 to -3 is 3, so we add them together. 2 plus 3 equals 5, so the difference is 5 degrees. I hope this video on negative numbers in context and calculating intervals across 0 has helped you understand them a little bit more and has enabled you to answer the questions that we have looked at. There is normally a question in the SATS paper that would include negative numbers or a number line and adding in the missing numbers. So using a number line, visualizing it, making sure you're adding in those jumps and making sure you're including the 0 are really important. I hope this video has helped. If so, please give it a like and a follow, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.